Capricorn, hi, it's Mary Ellen. Coming to you from Moonrise Cottage. My guides are saying, as always, there's a special message coming through for you today. I wasn't going to do any readings until tomorrow, but my guides actually said no. They wanted me to get readings out for Capricorn and Cancer, of course, because of the nature of the eclipse energy. So we're seeing manifestations of your journey, and there's something they want to speak with you about. The cards, I was clearing the decks, and these cards just flew out. And, I started hearing messages for Capricorn. So let's just jump into it, okay? So they're talking about your journey, and they're talking about this eclipse and everything you've experienced and how it feels and what the manifestation is for, etc. But what they're primarily talking about, and I will go into these cards one by one, the sacred witness, that has been your journey. And I think there's a desire to ask you to reformat the way in which you look at the journey that you have had since Pluto came into your first house. And so obviously, my guys are talking about the profundity. Okay, so the profound nature of a witness who experiences. Okay, they're talking a little bit about astral travel, from within, but also looking outward, just standing in the place that you are existing. And here we are on this day of the eclipse. So they want to really honor you and give a little more explanation about your journey and the purpose of it. So we see Coyote from the beautiful animal medicine cards. It's trickster energy. I'm going to read it to you from the book. I think because of the eclipse, my guides are saying there's something about the way the energy is floaty today. All right, so yes, Coyote trickster. Thousands of myths and stories about Coyote, the great trickster. Many native cultures call Coyote the medicine dog, and if this card has come into your spread, you can be sure that some kind of medicine is affecting you and may be on its way. It may not be to your liking. Whatever the medicine is, good or bad, you can be sure it will make you laugh, even painfully. You can be sure that Coyote will teach you a lesson about yourself. So my guides are referencing all that has transpired up to this moment and your ability to actually become the Coyote and to walk with Coyote medicine, because you know that is part of the power that you're coming into because you're hosting Pluto. So rather than being affected by the trickster, it is time to become the trickster and to walk with the power. My guides are saying there's a great deal of power within that. So Coyote is sacred. As Coyote moves from one disaster to the next, it refines the art of self-sabotage to sheer perfection. No one can blindly do themselves or others in with more grace and ease than this holy trickster. The Coyote takes himself so seriously at times that he cannot see the obvious. For example, the steamroller that's about to run over him, they're talking about the cartoons. There was some kind of a cartoon that had to do with a coyote. Oh, it was Roadrunner. Those of you who are old enough to remember Roadrunner. So they're talking about that kind of thing. So when the steamroller hits, Coyote asks himself, was that really a steamroller? Oh my gosh, I better go look. And as he does, he is run over once more. So contained within the trickster medicine is the humor of the ages. The cosmic joke is not just on ourselves, but it's on everyone else. So if you are following Coyote or having strong Coyote medicine, someone like this may be able to convince others that the tricks are illusions. I love it. So I just did a reading about the full moon, and what's happening this morning is my guides are reading the book. They're saying, we are reading the book this morning. So they're interjecting, and Mercury's in retrograde, so bear with me. They're going on to talk a little bit more about the tricks. So the wisdom is to go immediately beneath the surface of your experiences. Ask yourself, what are you really doing and why? Is Coyote your medicine? Are you playing jokes on yourself? Are you trying to fool an adversary? Is someone tricking you? All right, so my guys are telling me to put the book away. They just want to talk about it. They're talking about the power that you have come into, because now we are at this moment of the full moon. You are taking up the power of the Coyote. And there's a lot of sacred vision. Look at these cards. So it's Coyote, and then the curse, and then the witness. This is not about something that's going to happen to you. This is about the power that you have taken up. Okay, now my guys are talking about Loki. Because you understand something profound about the nature of life and experience. And you are learning, and you've learned into your own lessons because it's been forced upon you, in some way, depending on what you believe. You chose to come here. My guides are saying, to manage this energy, to learn into its vision, because you're meant to be a guide, Capricorn. Going forward, you are meant to be a guide. So let's take a look at the curse. Check this out. This is just so beautiful, isn't it? Look at the mystery. My guides keep saying, look at the power. Look at the power that you have gathered while you have been under the curse, which is really a blessing in disguise with this Pluto energy. You have become more powerful than you ever imagined, my guides are saying. So let's take a look at the book together and just see what it has to say. That's from the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck. And I forgot to say hello, I think. So welcome to everybody who's here to pick up this message. And thanks for being here. My guys are talking about the returning souls, the regular viewers. So the curse refers to the limiting stories of our ancestors and the karma from former lifetimes that preordains events in our current lives. It is the source of negative patterns, and it can show up as a disease, a destructive force, a blockage to our creative energy. The curse holds us hostage to a false story that we confuse for reality. Recognizing the original wound that is playing out in our lives can heal it. It is time to recognize the source of your limitations. Did your parents or grandparents live with a mindset of scarcity? Did you inherit genes for heart disease? Were you a slave master in a past life? So lots of talk about karmic legacy. It's time to honor your story. Forgive yourself. Forgive everything. It's time to craft a new life for yourself. It's time to act with impeccable intention. So in these days, you prevent, they're talking about creating a future debt that sooner or later someone has to pay. What you do, you also do to yourself and to the people you love the most. Now you have the opportunity to clean it up. So my guys are saying, despite what those words said, they are really wanting to focus on the power and the sacred vision that you have gathered to yourself. And, just as I'm looking at it, it's really intense, isn't it? But my guides are really, the message is not about. They're saying these things that I just read. So it's interesting because they keep telling me put the books away. So I'm going to do it. All right. So obviously we all understand those kinds of things. We are talking about yourself as a student of power, And the way the things that come into your lives empower you, even as they destroy you, because clearly we're talking about Pluto. And now we have this intense eclipse. Okay, that's what it is. Thank you, Spirit. So they're talking about the new structure that is coming forward because of all the things you know, because you have become the Coyote, which carries a great deal of power to affect, shift, and change. And it is through this gathering of your power. It's been the purpose of your journey, Capricorn, to be the sacred witness for humanity. That's why you volunteered to come in and play with Pluto, my guides are saying. So now we are in the process of building a new structure. It is why, if you look, please go look at the astrology about what is happening in the realm of Capricorn. So my guides are saying this is the message for you going forward into these next days. As we come through the eclipse today and go forward, it's time for you to recognize yourself as a master of these energies, because you've earned the right to call yourself a witness in a very sacred way. Through your literal energy set point, you watch humanity evolve into its new structure, into the next place of its being, my guides are saying. Really intensely beautiful. Okay, they're wanting me to just really hold that up for you. My guides are saying that is what you have become. And it's a very sacred form of power and wisdom to be able to be a witness, surely in your own life, but to understand the things you understand now. Ooh, I can see why they wanted to get this out. So that's the message, is about the sacrifice that you have made while you've been traveling with Pluto into these next days. Look at that. Really beautiful. And my guides just want to honor you in the deepest way possible. Look at that. Wow. For being strong enough to be the witness, to become the Coyote, to come into this place in this way, and the purpose of it. And this is the card that indicates you, Capricorn. It's about coming together. Because, okay, so what my guides are talking about is this is the experience you are having. This is the experience you are witnessing. Amalgamation, they're talking about. The turning of destiny. You've come into a great deal of power because of the transitions you've been through and because of the way you witness what is happening. Because your energy literally is bringing forward the new structure for all of humanity. And it's time to understand yourself that way. That's why they wanted this to come out, I believe. So clearly, on the human walk, this is this day, they're saying. There's more illumination coming into you. Your transformation is being completed because we're all stepping onto a new journey after this eclipse. So my guides are talking about, for definitely the next 2 weeks as this day goes forward, it's time to, and they're saying amalgamation again. So, I think they're talking about alchemical notions. They want you now to really take up this knowledge about your power and your vision. So there's a lot coming through about your vision and what it is, the things you've come to understand, and the immense power that it brings to you, that you are meant to share with other human beings going forward. As this transformation here on this place, in this place where we live, walking into the energy of the witness because of the sacrifice you've made in a very sacred way to be a partner with the universe on this coming together that's happening here. So on this day, understand what the power of transformation is in your life. Clearly, we're talking about a reincarnation, a birth, life, death process. Those of you who don't know, this is the Nine of Pentacles. It is in, my guides are saying, in Sacred Tarot, in Soul Tarot, in the Celtic Wisdom deck that I use, it is about revelation. And this is what is being revealed to you. So allow yourself to stand in your power this day. And going forward, it's time to understand and shift your vision about yourself. That is what this full moon is meant to bring to you. This is about a warrior who had many incarnations in a single lifetime, shape shifted, and you're standing there now as the elf, the power holder. Okay, my guides again are saying the master of visions, and I love that it's honoring. My guides are saying both sides of your nature because you know Capricorn. They're talking about the sea goat, so if you don't know about that, go check out the astrology. But it is your ability and your power to lie upon this earth as our entire planet goes through this reincarnation, shape shifting into the power that we're all meant to have. As the eclipse joins together, and my guys have been talking today about, the water and the earth element. That's why this is here. I was talking about it in the reading that I just did about the eclipse itself. So let's take up a few more cards, my guides are saying. They are just sending you so much love and they want you to understand your power. Yeah, of course. You are being liberated, Capricorn. This is the Death card. In Soul Tarot, it is, my guides keep saying Soul Tarot, but literally I'm using the Celtic Wisdom Tarot. That is the liberation of your devotion. It is this way into which you are being liberated. Because while we understand Capricorn as leadership and all the things, all the notions about Capricorn, it is the illusions that you've had to suffer through, the sacrifice that you have made that is going to reveal itself. This is more notions, okay? The combat of skill, that's a Five of Swords, right? Change, great change coming to the earth. Within you, of course. But on this day, my guides are not really talking about lessons for you. They're acknowledging you and what you have done. Look, this is what you have done for humanity. So I think part of the message is on this day, they want you to stand in this notion firmly. Okay, the courtship of battle, Three of Swords, all the heartbreak, all the things that have happened, all the things that you've experienced that brings you to this kind of power and understanding. You have literally shepherded, oh my gosh, Mercury retrograde. Sorry, gang. You have literally been the shepherd of the heartbreak of humanity. God, it's just bringing me to tears because you have been strong enough to come through these days in this way. Your soul journey, whatever it may have been, has been the energy on which the transition is happening. So honor yourself, honor the sacrifice that you have made as a soul being, as a spirit being, as an energy form, as a vibration. The deep commitment that you have to all of humanity to break free, help us break free of these illusions. Interestingly enough, so we can come into our awareness of love energy and, water. Again, sitting here on the earth, managing these illusions, being of the illusory realm of magic. That's you, Capricorn. And this is your commitment. You're really just getting a lot of deep amount of acknowledgement. So while you have been doing this service, this sacrifice, and becoming a witness, okay, to the transitions of humanity, my guides are saying, look, the shaper of growth, the sacred mother that assists souls as they come through their journey to bring forward not just into the journey, but bringing the abundance that that soul will need as it comes into this place. Quite stunning and beautiful. And look, Capricorn, my guys just keep saying, just pull it right off the top. Short message today, but extraordinarily important, my guides are saying. So, that beautiful card, the courtship of art, Three of Cups, when things are meant to come together. You have literally, this is literally about a couple that overcame an obstacle. And, okay, my guides are saying metaphorically, they found a way to just put that obstacle into a bag, tie it up, hang it on a hook, so that they could join their energies together. There was something that was trying to prevent them from coming together. So again, we're talking about humanity. We see the joining of the male and female energy to overcome the obstacles, their ability to use their knowledge and their passion to understand the power, again, of the trickster and the curse, because they have become a sacred witness and they now know how to utilize the power of, okay, my guides are saying the power of the shadow work, the power of the things that are illusions. You're a master, Capricorn. You have become a master. And it just keeps reverberating in my head, really, literally in that way. Okay, hang on one sec. Let me just move these around a little bit. Gosh, it just feels so deep and so beautiful. Time to honor yourself for being willing, my guides are saying, to come here and help humanity liberate themselves. I'm going to get one more card. Spirit, what is it? Yeah, look. Capricorn, this is you. You have risen into the heavens in a sense that is the Queen of Knowledge, who sits suspended in the universe, weaving together the strings of destiny for her lineage. I am so grateful that this message is coming out this way, Capricorn. My guides are showering you with love and acknowledgement. And that's the only message you need to hear today. So carry this forward on this full moon day and this eclipse day. Understand what is being vested within you. Because, again, we know you're going to travel with Pluto for a little bit longer. You are to give yourself permission now to travel through the remaining days of Pluto in your sign. Understanding that's what this eclipse is for, in a sense, my guides are saying. For you, this message on this day, there is a new structure coming forward. You are literally the shepherd, and you understand the curse. You have become a sacred witness to the transition that's happening. I'm getting all choked up. All right, Spirit, what is the message? Through the sacred runes, you guys are saying, of the Norse pantheon. My guys are saying, light a candle to yourself today, as you would honor any sacred teacher. Wow. Of course. All right, let me read that to you from the book. So that has to do with opening. And my guys are talking about the way you are opening the next coming of humanity. What is coming forward? I'm going to put it right there. Just give me a moment to flip the pages. I'm so happy about this message. Thank you, Spirit. So this is about, this is the rune Kano. It is about opening. It is represented by fire and the torch. My guys are saying, do you see? That is who you are. That is the energy that you have brought as an earth element, here to lead us through the wilderness and to be a witness to the transition, pulling us up out of these battles. It's just profound. So the rune of opening and renewed clarity is dispelling the darkness that has been shrouding. Okay, and again, my guides have been editing what I'm reading all morning, So I'm just going to acknowledge that and let it go forward, okay? So the energy of opening, bringing a point of opening and renewed clarity to dispel the darkness that has been shrouding our existence. They just keep talking about that, the power that you've gathered. So Kano is the rune for the morning of activities, for serious, clear intent and concentration, all of which are essential at the beginning of any endeavor. This is one of the 13 cycle runes. The protection offered by Kano is this: the more light you have, the better you can see what is trivial and outmoded. Anyway, we're going to move this right to there. In relationships, there can now be a mutual opening up, which you may trigger and set in motion through your awareness that the light of understanding is once again available to you both. And we're talking about the widest perspective here, my guides are saying. All right. So they're talking about the light of understanding. They're asking me to move this card around. Again, reflecting this message about coming together because of all these serious shifts and change, the way we've been liberated. Yes, it's your personal journey, Capricorn, but it is your sacred energy. Wow. All right, so you recognize that on the one hand, we are limited and dependent, and on the other, we exist at the perfect center where the harmonious and beneficent forces of the universe merge and radiate. Simply put, we have been operating in the dark, and through your, my guides are saying, commitment, there is now enough light to see that the patient on the operating table is us. My guides are saying, the book says yourself. So some dual messaging in there. I know that's what you're experiencing. I speak with a lot of you. I love and honor the Capricorns in my life so very deeply because they are some of the most amazing people I've ever met. So Capricorn, understand yourself, understand your mission, understand the power that you have, because you can see from within, my guides are saying, these kinds of notions. Trust yourself. My guides are talking about the games that people play, things like that. Thank you for being here. Light yourself a candle today and honor your ability because it is deep and profound, and you have gathered knowledge to yourself that's going to serve you and everyone you encounter, I think, now to help them weave together the strings of their destiny, because you have taken up the sacrifice to help humanity come together and throw off its illusions. Beautiful. Thank you, Capricorn. Have a lovely day. Focus on the next couple weeks, my guides are saying, and allow yourself to stand in your own energy now, in this way, as a sacred knowledge holder.